What's good, YouTube? This IQ Domino coming back at y'all with another motherfucker banger of a video. Now today we're gonna be going over, just being a new player in this game. A lot of y'all don't really understand how to flirt, how to actually get a woman enticed, how to make a woman tingle. They want that tingle in her stomach, that tingle in her chest, and that tingle in her pussy, and that stimulation in her mind. You gotta really understand yourself. You gotta understand what's going on within yourself. What about you that pulls that out of that woman? Now today, we're gonna really go into the surface level things. We're gonna go a little bit beneath the surface, but like I always tell y'all, a lot of this knowledge, a lot of this game is already on the Patreon. You get on the Patreon, even like the lower level membership, I give a lot of game where I go beneath the surface, you know what I'm saying? So get on there and understand that game. But leave a like. We about to really get into some things that a lot of you guys is holding you back. You're holding yourself back. It's a voice in your mind that is literally holding you back from actually fulfilling everything you want when it comes down to dealing with sex, being sexual with women. And a lot of times, bro, it's something simple. It's not something that's grand. It's not something that's like very complex. But it does take a lot of focus to really overcome these obstacles and to take a certain mindset, positive thinking, positive constructive thoughts to really overcome that mindset. So we're gonna really get into that. But first things first, leave a like down below because I'm gonna give y'all a couple stories and things like that to help y'all really understand how I overcame in my situation and things I had to overcome with that. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it, bro. First thing first is flirting. Flirting is being playful, bro. So a lot of times, if y'all know me, y'all been following me on TikTok, y'all follow me, y'all know I do security, right? I be driving around the truck securing this location, wherever I'm at. And I literally, flirt with women all the time, bro. I literally had a woman, she was literally like, listen, what the fuck, like you over here flirting with women? And I pulled up on her talking to her, I'm telling her I think she looks sexy, I'm telling her like, I like your vibe, like you got a good vibe, and she was playing like hard to get a little bit, and I still was making her laugh. I was just cracking her on me like all down, it was just, ultimate damage, right? And she was like, listen, you supposed to be securing the location, like what are you doing? I'm like, listen, I am securing your number, you know what I'm saying? Listen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just sometimes it's better to have fun. It's better to be playful because a lot of times that's what really break the shield. This is why I tell you a lot of times, bro, you gotta have that mindset when you don't take women serious because a lot of this shit really is psychological, fellas. Like if you don't really take women serious, you're gonna have a lot more smoother time. Unless she being disrespectful. Now if she being disrespectful, she assuming things, she playing with you, she's saying you should be like this guy or that guy. Or she trying to make your ideology or the way you move less than what it is, that woman probably not for you. They got a lot of women like that. They just disrespectful in general, and you have to correct her a lot. Women like that. And some women they get right instantly. Other women they don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to always have that ground foundation of understanding that you want women to have a plateau of how she needs to be when she's in your space. Some women, they don't understand that you're not here to have fun, but you're not here to be played with. And that's a difference that you gotta always constantly, pinpoint and really hit on because a lot of times women just do it. They naturally do it. They so used to fucking with other guys, they just let them slide, let them do and say whatever they want to do. That whenever they fucking with somebody that actually don't allow that, it fucks with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep this in mind that you are, enjoying yourself. The next thing is being assertive. Literally, a woman saying something like, normally I don't like to do role playing, or normally I don't like to do these kind of things, and you place an assertion or something like, must be the fucking dog or something. But you place an assertion like, this is what I do. I normally, if I never did role playing like to that extreme, But if I was, be a woman, she's a police officer, I'm a prisoner, and I just take advantage of it. I have a fun time with her. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, wow, I never even thought about it like that. It's like assertion is really about placing your ideas, your emotions, your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Your beliefs, your belief system. Like placing that onto that situation a lot of times, it's a form of flirting because you're basically giving her something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like you giving her something, another way to see things. And to be real with you, that is sex. That's sex. Like being playful, being assertive. This is sex. You're literally creating something new for her to look at. Like this is literally what sex is. You know what I'm saying? So next thing is being sexual. Telling her that she got juicy lips. I want to see what she can do with the lips or whatever the case might be. You doing those things a lot of times make the situation a lot more fun. Like you should really have this on go, like non-stop. Like you should always like have an idea of what you want to do to a woman sexually. I'm actually dropping it on a Patreon of how to formulate that bag on how to be with sexual women because I'm actually, I'm getting into something right now where I'm learning to definitely diverse the bag. But I'm gonna give y'all a little something right here for the motherfuckers who actually got to this point. Hey bro, leave a like. Leave a like. If somebody drops some real game on y'all, very valuable game. But let's say that, I'm over here, I'm on the balcony right now, right? They might have a thing where I want to put a woman right here, and what would I do with her? I'd probably kiss on her neck, kiss on the cheek. I'd probably put my forehead on the back of her head, put my face on the side of her head. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably put my hand, my palm, be rubbing on her hips. I'd probably be like tapping my fingers on the front of her hips. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case might be, gripping her hips, really just on her. I got my chest on her back. I got my stomach on her, depending on how tall she is. My chest on her back, my stomach on her back. Me pulling her close. These little things that you just have knowledge of what you would do in these situations is going to play out in your mind whenever you start being sexual with these women, because a lot of times, bro, all you need to do is really revisit the thought. Like it's not a thing of like, oh, he just came up with that on the fly. Like no. The dude probably already thought about or have a good idea of what he wanted to do or what he has already done, and he's just basically revisited enough to like use it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times your flirting really come from your own dirty mind. Like you gotta be a little dirty minded to really flirt with women. You know what I'm saying? So this like one of the biggest things. It's really low key advanced. I'm gonna be real. Like this low key kind of advanced on some shit, but you gotta really start getting used to being attentive, which is the fourth point. You gotta be a very attentive listener. Like you gotta really be dialed in on everything a woman says to really see who she is. The moment you see who a woman is, it make it a lot easier, bro. Because, for example, if it's a woman that's shy, bro, I'm doing everything. Like a woman that's shy, I'm gonna be real. You are the producer. Like you are doing now. Like if she's shy, you doing everything, and you gotta like kind of have an idea of whenever she talk. You gotta have an idea of what she's saying, and you gotta be an idea of the sounds that she making. You gotta have an idea of the facial expression she making, her body language. You gotta be paying attention to a woman that's like very, very shy. But the thing about shy women is this: you can always kind of tell what kind of women they are if you know how to like be light about things. For example, let's say you're a guy, you like romance. You might grab a woman's hand, give her a little kiss on her hand. A woman that like romance, she gonna love that. She like, oh, okay. A woman that's cooking for her, you get behind her, you rub on her hips and kiss on her neck. She gonna love to hear that. Like she gonna love to hear that. And she gonna react. If she don't like it, she don't like it, she gonna react. She gonna show you. Or she look at you like you too soft. She gonna react. She might laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case might be. Like she gonna show you what kind of woman that she is. Now you be sensual. You talk about what you do with your lips. You talk about what you do with your hands. You really get into what how she smell, how the atmosphere smell. You get into that. Some women, they get, especially shy women most of the time, they get engulfed in it because this all shy women have in the moment in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get really engulfed in it. But not all shy women like sensual shit. It's just the truth. Some women, some shy women, they just shy, but they very to the point. And, you know, you say something like, I would just want to just take advantage. I just want to, people don't know, put your hands on the top of your head and just fuck your throat. You know what I'm saying? Some shy women, they want to hear that. But you can hear, but you ain't got to go that hard with it. You can always say shit. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to pin your ass down. You know, you can say shit like that in a regular conversation, and it's a signal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because she a freak. You know what I'm saying? Like, the aggressive women usually be very freaky. So you got to keep this in mind. Like, these are things that you want to always, like, have an understanding of, right? That there are different women, and different women like different things, but you got to listen. You got to talk. You got to produce something at all times, but you got to listen. Shy women, they got three different archetypes of shy women. Friendly women, they talk a lot. They the easiest. I'm gonna be real. To me, shy women, easiest. I mean, not shy. Friendly women are the easiest. Women that talk a lot, very talkative, they gonna tell you exactly what to do. They're gonna tell you exactly what they like. They're gonna tell you exactly what to say. They're gonna tell you exactly how to move on them. And if you decide, hey, I wanna fuck with this woman, you gonna know exactly what to do. If you know you don't want to fuck with that, if you don't want to fuck with her, she gonna tell you. You gonna know exactly how to move when she show you what she show you. So the next category is women that are very assertive, and they gonna come at you very hard, and they not gonna waste time. They not gonna waste time. Those kind of women don't waste time. You know what I'm saying? I love those kind of women too. I love women who got a confidence about themselves, but only when it comes from a good place. You know, women who don't come from a good place, they usually be like very insecure with it, and they be coming from a place of insecurity where they not disrespecting you, they not cool. I don't really like those kind of women. Those women do exist. I'm from Louisiana. I think it's different. Might be different. I feel like women the same all over, bro. Just different ways. But some women, you gotta check the fuck out of them before they act right. You know what I'm saying? Some women, they just assertive, they're aggressive, but at the same time, it's like when they see that you know what you're doing, they just, okay, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep this in mind. They got producers and they got consumers. When they come down to just being sexual, they got producers and they got consumers. Now listen, bro, me to you. There are a lot of guys out here who are consumers. They consumers. They dress nice. Not dress nice, but they 100% rely on the way that they dress. They 100% rely on this kind of stuff. They 100% rely on that, and they want to attract women to them. They always want the woman to come talk to them. They want the woman to flirt with them. They want the woman to get at them. These dudes are consumers, right? They have nothing to produce. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. If you get to a point where you well known, you got a lot of money, it's cool, bro, for you to be a fucking, a consumer. It's cool, it's cool, you can get away with it. But most guys, which is the guys that I'm talking to, most guys, we don't want to have to do that. Why? Because we are only going to attract aggressive women. The only women who are okay with being rejected, are feminine women. I mean masculine women. They not, they got a little bit of masculinity in them. They're a little assertive. They're a little bit more assertive. They're a little bit more aggressive. They're extremely confident. You know what I'm saying? These are the only kind of women you're going to attract. And of course, let's just be real. We want the dizzle. Sometimes you want the shy woman. You want the shy freak. Sometimes you want the shy woman. Sometimes you want the friendly woman. You don't want the woman that's just, if you're a friendly woman, you have to produce something. If you don't produce nothing, a friendly woman is going to take it somewhere that you wasn't even thinking for it to be. You was not hoping for it to go. A friendly woman is going to take it in the worst place, so you got to be somewhat of a producer. So just keep this in mind. A lot of guys today, not me and you, but a lot of guys today, they're feminine in that way where they're willing to let anybody, come into their space and just produce whatever and say whatever and do whatever as long as they get the box. Not us. Not us. You gotta earn this. You gotta act right. You gotta move right. You gotta show me that you want to be here. If you don't want to be here, I get it. You don't have to be here. But if you want to be here, it's very, it's very rewarding. You know what I'm saying? Listen, something that's expensive don't come easy. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. That's how I look at it. Like, it ain't gonna come easy. It can come easy if you act right, but it ain't gonna be easy for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. You don't be a consumer. Be a producer. Be a guy who knows how to flirt. Be a guy who knows himself. Be a guy who has confidence. Be a guy who can lay down boundaries and stand on them. Be the guy that can do this, because all of this, believe it or not, is sex. It's sex. It is a sex. You are the essence of what sex is when you have this ability, because you are a fucking man. You're being a man. When a woman has to approach you, you're not being a man. You know what I'm saying? Not you, but when a woman has to approach most of these guys for them to talk to them, they're not being men. And even when they approach them, they still don't. The women that, I've been approached by women, but I still get to the point where I know I have to produce. I have to make something happen, because if it's up to her, she gonna be indirect. She gonna beat around the bush. She gonna be slick. She not gonna tell me that she want me. She gonna try to do something because she a woman. You know, some women, they are aggressive, they are assertive, but they not gonna make that to happen. You know, because at the back of their mind, that rejection is still there. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep this in mind, that to be a man, to get this shit going, you gotta be willing to actually put yourself out there and be seen. Now, I understand a lot of y'all don't really want to do that, and I get it. I get it, because it's like, damn, I might get embarrassed. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story of how I overcame being embarrassed, and really like the mindset that I had when it came to not just approaching women, but approaching them and flirting with them. So I remember, bro, I was approaching a woman, bro, and we just, I approached her, and I could tell like she was kind of iffy, like whether or not she wanted to be, like off the look, she was like, you alright, but you can tell off the look, she was like, I don't know, right? So, I got to talking to her, whatever, and she was like, oh, I got a boy. She's like, I'm not really looking for nothing right now. And I was like, I know you're looking for some fun though. Keep in mind, it wasn't nothing crazy to say. It's like, I know you're looking for some fun though. Just the way she reacted, she was like, nigga, what? She reacted, she was like, nigga, what? And I was like, I know you looking for some fun. She just shook her head and like walked off. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, hey, listen, I kind of felt a little way at first, right? Drove off. I'm like, damn, like I feel kind of played. Then I thought about it. I'm like, I'm glad I did that, because I didn't steal that line from nowhere. I didn't steal it from nowhere. I didn't like, you know what I'm saying, try to get somebody else's line and recreate it, make it my own. Like, I didn't do that. I just was in the moment, and I just went off what's on the top of my head, and I made something. Like, when I saw that, like when I really saw that I really did that right there, that's what really changed how I went about going at women, because it was no longer about me saying the right thing. It was about the fact that, nigga, I'm having fun doing this. That was actually fun. Now, I didn't get the result that I wanted, nor did I get the reaction that I wanted, but I started having fun. That's when everything really started to really come, where I started to go out and flirt with women, and I started to talk to women, because I started to see, like, you know what I'm saying, it's really just a mindset that you gotta have. That's why I tell a lot of guys, bro, even on the Patreon, I give away a lot of knowledge about women. I put it for the free, for the $20 membership. I give it to them, like I give shit about women. But the thing that you gotta understand is, like, that's not where the gold is at. But dudes don't know, like they don't know, like, and I even tell them on the Patreon all the time, like, the women is not where the gold is at. The gold, like the diamonds, is in you being able to really believe in yourself and do this shit. And it take a different level of like understanding. So I was getting to like thinking positive about sex and like being comfortable with being sexual with women, because I understand a lot of guys, they struggle with that. But I'm gonna leave that for the Patreon. We're already at 19 minutes, and I already dropped a video like that on the Patreon, but I'm gonna give y'all a little something right here today. You just gotta honestly stop looking at sex like it's a grand thing. Look at it like it's just another, like it's a hat, like it's just another conversation, another topic for you to talk about. It's nothing grand, nothing crazy. It's just life. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that you do in life. It's not a big deal. A lot of religion and a lot of like social norms, they try to make it seem like sex is such a huge thing. It's not. Like, and that's why I tell you a lot of times, you gotta really just know what you want in a woman. You can't really expect a woman to just come a certain way and you automatically gonna know how to move with that woman. Now, like, you gotta know what you like in women. You gotta know if she really like you. You gotta know if she willing to follow. You gotta know how to lead. You gotta know what's important in a relationship, because if you don't and you just leaning on just sex, a lot of times guys will end up becoming insecure within themselves because they're so lenient upon sex, and they think that sex is such a big thing that they actually don't do what they want to do. They don't think what they really want to think. Some dudes don't even allow themselves to think about certain shit. Like, oh man, I'm not no horny ass nigga. Like, yes you are, bro. You're a man. You're a man, bro. You're going to get horny. Like, I think that's another thing. Like, dudes look at that like that's just a negative thing as well. Like, you a horny ass nigga. He's not. Is a man not supposed to want to go get women? Now, it's one thing to go above and beyond, like you dropping millions of dollars, thousands of dollars on pussy. You doing too much. To me, you don't value yourself enough. But with me, when that's another thing too. Is like, it's your mindset. It's not even like, it's not, per se saying the right things and having the right strategy. Dead ass, if you had the right mindset, a lot of times things will automatically just work for you. Like, things just automatically work for you. You know what I'm saying? It don't be a thing where it's like you gotta go extreme. Like, oh, I gotta have a certain kind of lifestyle, a certain kind of number. Yeah. So overall, bro, just know and understand that you don't have to be like this grand person in the world's eyes. As long as you know that you that motherfucker, and certain, like, and it's a lot of guys, they think that it's like you gotta have a certain body. Like, I mean, I'm in shape. Yeah, I tell you, take care of yourself, get your hair cut, smell good, dress nice. I tell dudes that, bro. Like, still look in the mirror and say that you clean, but don't sacrifice. Like, I tell dudes, especially, like, know where you at in life. Like, don't be spending thousands of dollars on clothes, bro. Like, this fit right here that I got on right now is probably like less than $100, even including the chain and all that. I'm not doing all that I like the way it look. That's all that matters to me. Like, that's what matters. I like the way it look. Y'all probably thinking to y'all something, man, it's a nice hat, nice shirt, you clean. I take care of myself, you know what I'm saying? I box, bro. It's like, I gotta be in shape to really box, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things where I tell guys, well, you gotta learn to really build a life where you're not living for validation all the time. Like, a lot of guys, they live for validation. I ain't got a certain money in my bank account, I don't even deserve one. Like, what kind of, like, I always look at guys like this. What kind of man are you to think to yourself, I don't deserve to fuck, but you beat your meat? That shit don't make no sense to me. You don't deserve to fuck, but you get horny. It's like dudes pedestalize women. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's a bunch of ideologies that a lot of guys try to overcome. So, and I'm literally probably debunking a lot of them just talking. So that's why I say a lot of stuff is gonna get to a point where the way you see things, you literally gonna see things like what you speak is gold. It's gold. Like, the way you think is gold. The way you move is gold. Like, you just, you're a very valuable person. Because it's not common. So you gotta really keep this in. You gotta keep this in, lock this in, bro. This is what it means really for you to be a more sexually attractive man. But this is all I got for y'all, man. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Join the Patreon to really get beneath the surface, and you really want that real game, or you just want new knowledge to guide yourself. Get on the Patreon, or if you just want to go and hear new knowledge to debunk your beliefs, which I say a lot of stuff that debunk beliefs. I drop some things for free on there as well. But that's all I got for y'all, bro. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all, man. Peace.